Mm.
Okay, I got this live. Hello everyone, this is Raul and Christian. We here today for the Take Me Away dev meeting, weekly dev meeting. So Christian joined us. He joined the project yesterday, and welcome, man. I'm glad
Thanks.
to have a new member in my team now.
Yeah,
It's good to have more hands.
really awesome project and looking to take part of it.
All right, cool. Well, I don't know if you went through some of the documentation already, like to kind of get a sense of what we're trying to get going here, or do you
Well,
need
to be
more?
honest, I watched I think all of your scrums so far.
So
But
you kind of have a
on
good idea of what
yeah,
we
on fast forward, but I got an idea about what's going on, more or
Mhm.
less. I don't know.
Okay.
Uh, how about if you can share the screen with the pivot with all the tasks in pivot tracker
Okay.
and
I'm just gonna share my
show
screen
me
now.
around what's the plan for the future, what
Okay.
you
Cool.
already said.
If you just quickly copy your send me your email in the chat now
Yeah,
so
one
that I
second.
can
Let me
add,
see which one is it. Okay.
then I can add you to the pivotal tracker as well in the meantime. Or maybe I can even find you in here. If you're already part of one project, we can probably find you.
Right razor, right razor, R.
Razor.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not on this list here. So this is a list of all the Agile Venture members. But
Yeah, because on Ostra we are using Jira, not Pivotal Tracker.
oh, I
I'm
see.
not part of
Okay,
any. Okay.
cool. So
Let me
just
give you. I'll put it in this chat in Google Hangout.
see. Where is it? Chat. Okay,
Okay.
cool. All right, let's do this.
Oh, I'm part of the bike share application, which is part of Pivot
Oh,
Venture. So I should be
I
there.
I think I came across that application a while back, but I didn't really check it. You're building a tablet application for that, right?
Well, I wanted to join when they started, but the project was postponed for a month or two, and then I gave up and joined Ostra.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
not sure if I think they are developing it. Not sure what's happening.
Hmm. Okay. All right. So you should receive an invitation to join the board soon. Okay. I'm just gonna go through a project. So right now we managed to build like a structure of the API that the front end application will talk to. And the
Mm-hmm.
API will essentially expose information about menus and so forth. And through the API, the client will be able to place an order to the restaurant and so on and so forth. All right. So the people that are working on the back end right now, they're working on the on refactoring some of the menu stuff and
Mm-hmm.
also um, creating an order workflow. Like when you place an order, what happens in the background, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So that's something that's currently under work. In the front end,
Is that already in production or is it
no,
on?
it's not yet in production. I think Thomas started working on that this week. So
Okay, but
we don't have.
go back to the Pivotal Tracker.
Okay.
If you see create an order, it's in the backlog, and if right,
You mean this one? Yes.
yeah, and oh, that's front end. Sorry,
Yeah,
create
this is front end stuff.
create order. That's
Uh,
okay, Thomas. Okay, it's assigned to Thomas. Okay, and
yeah.
yeah, okay.
So Thomas is currently working on that. So
Uh-huh.
we'll probably have something this week. But I wanted to show you. I think Aaron started working on creating. Where is that? TMA client. So we found this Angular module that allows you to create shopping carts on your application. So he started working on that today, and okay, this is still work in progress. But yeah, he's already started on this particular story for this one. So I was hoping maybe he was gonna be around today, but if if this is something you think you want to do, maybe or if there's anything, we'll see what you can start working on and then assign you to it. But if you want to get involved in this particular story, you can talk with Aaron about that and see how far he is. Okay.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I am not very familiar with Angular, so what I thought is maybe I should, I don't know, do a tutorial, some lessons about Angular to refresh my
Mm-hmm.
memory
Okay.
about how it works, and then I will move into working on Angular stuff.
Okay.
Until
So
then, I can do backend, no problem.
backend, no problem. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. We've got a couple of stories on backend here that, well, it's mainly refactoring some of the stuff, but we haven't voted on them yet. So I think once we vote on these stories, and we only two today, so we can't vote on them. So once we get a vote going on some of these stories for the back, we want to also join Thomas. I don't know, depending on his availability and yours, to work on this
Hmm.
yeah.
Sure.
But that's pretty much all that's going on right now. We had a client meeting with the client this week, and he was pretty happy with
Yeah,
what we
I
achieved so
saw
far.
that. Yeah,
Yeah. So
went well.
we hopefully by the end of next week we'll have something to show again for
Hmm.
this project. Yeah. So I'll try and look up, check some of the material that I've been using for Angular, and I'll send you some links in the Slack channels. Okay.
Hmm.
Since you want to refresh your mind, I think that will probably help you a little bit.
Yeah, if you have something that you recommend, send me.
Okay. I'll just have to double check them later on. But
Yeah, no rush. Sure.
yeah. All right. Also, every time I'm gonna be working on one of the feature regarding Angular, I'm also not so like super good at Angular, but I know a bit my way. I kind of know my way around some of the small things there.
Hmm.
So when I start working on a feature, I'll start the pair programming session, and then we can maybe go through some of that together.
Oh, that
Wherever
would
we
be
get
awesome.
stuck,
Yeah,
wherever we get stuck, we all discover together how to fix the
yeah,
problem.
cool.
So that's but the main thing right now on the front end app is gonna be making sure that the whoever visits the application can sort of like go through and add some items to the cart, review the shopping cart, and then place an order.
Hmm.
That's the main okay. That application is sleeping. It's one thing I hate about Heroku.
Okay.
Anyway,
Okay.
okay. So the one thing we need to work on now is make sure that when you click on this add cart, it pops up some cart, shopping cart here, and then you go through the rest of the process to place the order.
Hmm. Okay. I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
So I looked over the backend, and the models are, I don't know, menu category, I think. Again, model.
So we have a menu
Yeah,
item.
menu category, Menu
Mm-hmm.
item and menu,
Yes.
and that's
Yes.
quite confusing.
Yeah. So the menu category one, I think you can sort of like forget about it for right now because we're still having a debate on whether we need to have it around. Because initially we were planning to group some of those menu items into categories. Say maybe you have menu that belong to lunch category or breakfast or something like that. So
I see.
that's
Okay.
what we refer to as a menu
Okay.
category.
What's
Yeah.
a menu then?
A menu is okay, so a menu will have, you see this weekly special here, for
Yes.
instance, it has one item in it.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is a menu for one day or whatever the client will decide it to be. So a menu, this here is another menu, and this here is another menu.
Give me an example of a menu. What do you mean a menu? Like I don't know, fish and chips.
Not okay. So the way we see the menu is like for a given day. Let's say the restaurant owner will have different dishes for say Saturday, for instance. Maybe he wants to have chicken today. Maybe he wants to have a dish with beef or fish and chips, like you said. Those can form part of a menu.
Ah, so it's a menu like you have soup and then you have chicken
Exactly.
and you have dessert. That's a menu.
Yes,
Okay.
that's a menu. Yeah,
Okay. And then menu item it's actually the chicken, the dessert.
exactly. So
I
those are the menu items.
mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But why don't you call them dishes? Or, I don't know.
Okay, so I think initially we called them dishes, but then we went for more generic terms or something like that because part of the menu we can also have drinks, for instance. You can have a soda or whatever that is part of the menu.
And you think that will get people confused?
Well, it doesn't make sense to call a drink a dish, maybe. I
But
don't know if you get the point. On the
yeah,
model
I know what you
level,
mean. But if you use menu items, it's even more
yeah.
confusing.
Okay, but then the idea was to have like a sort of like a generic term to define all the stuff that goes into a menu.
Hmm. Yeah, I know.
But
I don't know what
yeah,
the perfect term for that was.
so that's kind of all of it. We're still
Hmm.
having a bit of, I think there's still some small discussion going around the model, but what we've decided to do is just to go along with the project and as soon as, well, if in front we need to make some changes, then we'll make those changes at that
Hmm.
time because we spend quite a lot of time trying to figure out like how should we call this, what relationship should we have with this.
Yeah, because I saw in Active Admin actually the menu item is
It's called product, right?
yeah,
So there's sorry, there's so much that,
yeah.
look, we'll at some point have to like refactor some of them and make sure that we stick to a specific standard on the model. But
Yeah.
right now things are still like a bit messed up like that. But yeah, we'll get that sorted at some point
Hmm.
once
Okay.
we have a clear idea of what um, we're trying to achieve, right? So
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay, looks great. Uh,
Alright.
yeah, I think that should be all.
Okay. So again, if you're struggling with that setup, just let me know. Then
Sure.
I'll make up something and then we can try and figure it out together. Okay.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
All right. I think there's
All
not going to
right.
be much going on today. Probably everyone's busy.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, I will
yeah,
look into Angular these next days, and if I feel that I'm up to it, I will start that create an order on the front end.
sure.
Okay.
No problem. Okay.
Actually,
All
it's
right.
assigned to Aaron. Is that
Yeah,
right?
it is assigned to Aaron, But then if you want to work on it, just let me know. Then I can assign you both on that. Then you can work together on that. You can coordinate and work on that together.
Oh, cool. Yeah, pair programming. Right.
Yeah.
I always forget that because
That's
on
the main
Oslo,
objective, right?
yeah, we in Oslo we're not doing pair programming too much because everybody's busy and we're not synchronizing and we're
So that's
working on.
another problem we have in this group also. But we try and make that happen as much as we can, you know.
Yeah,
So yeah, we don't always pair program, but whenever there's a possibility to do so, we try and make that happen.
yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah.
And Aaron, how experienced is he with Angular?
I would say he's also almost like me, sort of like I would say
Learning
experienced
by doing
beginner.
it.
Yes, we're learning by doing it. Yeah.
Okay.
So, but yeah, he's a cool guy. You'll see when you guys start working,
Mm-hmm.
you guys can work and yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. Looking forward to it.
All right. Awesome. All right. If there's nothing much, then we can maybe call this a wrap and.
Oh, wait, I also noticed something on the project I wanted to add. So
Okay.
if you go to the gem file,
To the
gem
gem file.
the gem file in Ruby,
Okay.
and you can
Let
see
me just-
there. Wait, too many windows open here. Okay, you can see, for example, the first gem is bourbon.
Yeah.
It's something for UI. Why is it there if
Yeah.
you're using front end?
Um. Yeah. That's a good point. We're gonna remove some of these at some point because we're not using them. Initially, we wanted to build a custom admin interface, but then we found out that we could use active admin, and then we just started working with that.
Ah, I
And
see. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we didn't care to remove some of those gems, but we'll take them out. I don't think we need them on. We don't need them anymore on the back end.
Right.
But
Okay.
yeah, I'll definitely take care of that at some point. Okay. And thanks very much for pointing that.
Yeah, it's not only that. It's bourbon. It's
Yeah, there's
neat
bourbon and then
and
there's neat.
blue tea.
All of that. I think. Yeah, I'll look into that and we'll
Yeah.
remove them. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. So, is there anything else?
Uh, I don't think so.
All right.
I think
But
we.
anyway, you know what? You can always find me on the Slack channel, and then we can talk about some of those stuff.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure. Sure. If there's anything, I'll be there.
So the at least here, try to document the instruction to set up the backend on your local machine. So
Mm-hmm. The front
hopefully,
end, the back end is working fine.
did you manage to set up the backend?
Yeah, yeah, that was
Okay,
okay.
awesome. So, but yeah, I think I tried to document as much as I could in this, submitting a pull request and all that. So you can just check them out to get a reference of what to do. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right.
Cool. Well, thanks a lot, Raul, and you
Thanks.
know,
Thanks for joining me on this meeting.
yeah. See you next
Okay.
days when I don't
All
know.
right. So we usually have text scrum meetings on Slack, but when that happens, I'll usually drop a message to say, hey, can we have a text scrum or something like that
Yeah,
during the week?
put it with
Yeah,
a channel in front so I can.
yeah, with the channel in front so that everyone can be notified.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you can just drop a text there, and then we'll discuss some issues.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Perfect. You have a good evening, and we'll speak soon then.
You too.
Okay.
Talk to you later. See you.
Okay.